Saudi Arabia, the land of black gold, has been dominating the world's oil industry for decades, but now the country is on the brink of a major shift in its economic policies. Hi guys, and welcome to this edition on Trendy Spaces. Today we shall be exploring the implications of Saudi Arabia's dollar decoupling and the possibility of a petro yuan. For many years now, Saudi Arabia has been selling its oil in US dollars. This agreement was made in 1971 after the collapse of the Bretton Woods system, which had tied the value of the US dollar to the price of gold. Since then, the US dollar has become the world's reserve currency, and most international transactions, including oil sales, have been conducted in the US dollars. But now, Saudi Arabia is planning on divorcing the US dollar. The main question to ask here is why would Saudi Arabia seek this path of decoupling from the US dollar? Many experts hold the expert opinion that the main reason is to reduce its reliance on the US economy, as Saudi Arabia has lots of investments in the US, and the recent sanctions imposed by the United States on non-conforming countries deemed by the US as autocratic, such as Iran, Venezuela, Cuba, China, and Russia, have done nothing but increase the doubt about the fate of a Saudi Arabia that is overly dependent on the United States. By decoupling from the US dollar, Saudi Arabia can diversify its investments and reduce its exposure to the US economy. Decoupling from the US dollar has broader implications for the global economy, as the US dollar has been the world's reserve currency for so long that it is hard to imagine a world without it. But if Saudi Arabia, the world's largest oil exporter, starts selling oil in a different currency, it could prompt other countries to follow suit. What therefore could be the implications of a global drift away from the US dollar? It is common knowledge among keen observers that if other countries start selling oil in a different currency, it could reduce the demand for the US dollar, which could lead to a depreciation of the currency. This in turn could lead to higher inflation and higher interest rates in the United States. It could also weaken the country's ability to impose sanctions, which could have geopolitical implications. A good question to ask here would be, what currency could replace the US dollar as the world's reserve currency? Some experts believe that it could be the Chinese yuan. China is the world's largest oil importer, and it has been trying to promote the use of the yuan in international transactions. There has been increasing speculations about China's ambition to dethrone the US dollar as the world's reserve currency, which we at Trendy Spaces think is a certain possibility. This is because China has been investing heavily in its financial infrastructure, and if Saudi Arabia starts selling oil in yuan, it could give the currency a significant hoist and make it more attractive to other countries. The rise of the petro yuan could also have geopolitical implications, as if the yuan becomes the world's reserve currency, it could weaken the US dollar's dominance and give China more leverage in international affairs. As Saudi Arabia prepares to decouple from the US dollar, we are watching closely. And as to whether or not the petro yuan will become a reality, only time will tell.